Hey besties, welcome or welcome back. Today I have 5 cutting board DIYs that I hope you really love. Let's get started. I found this cutting board at the Target dollar spot along with these little stickers. They look like tiles, and it came 2 in the pack for $5 with the cutting board. I'm just going to take off one of the little stickers, and you know, at first I thought they were white, but that's just the background. So whatever you put it on, it will show the background, and that looked really cute. So I just put the one on. I used my brayer to make sure it was nice and flattened out. And then I'm just going to take a nail file from the Dollar Tree and I'm going to go around the edges and make sure I get rid of any excess going in a downward motion. I've got a stencil. Now, it's not adhesive. I do not have the best, luck with stencils that aren't adhesive. I taped it down. I did a dabbing motion. And I got to tell you, I don't know why, but I just can't seem to do a stencil like this. It's like a reusable stencil that isn't adhesive, but I can't do it without bleeding. I don't know. I've tried everything, but I actually did fix it, so I guess it's okay. But anyway, I'm going ahead and I'm just dabbing like you're supposed to and expecting really good results. And look, not so good. I probably should have done Mod Podge first, but I don't know, I just didn't. So I sanded a bunch of that excess away, and then I'm going to take a fine art brush and I'm going to go in and fix where I maybe got rid of too much. It went on, and I even used a little Dremel tool at one point to get between and around the letters. So I roughed up the little cutting board, which was kind of cute because it made it look a little bit rustic, which I'm okay with. Anyway, so that's done. And then I'm going to get this cute ribbon that I ordered on Amazon. It's just like a ticking stripe. I'm going to cut a little piece, hot glue it to the back and around, and it'll just be an extra little like decor around the neck of the cutting board. Now I've got this really pretty, I think it's pretty, nautical twine from the Dollar Tree. It's like mixed with white and regular twine color. And I'm just going to tie it around that neck and make a little knot in the front. And then I'll just trim the ends. And I just thought it was kind of cute hanging there. I didn't want to go too crazy with this one. Maybe I already did. I don't know. And then I continue to sand a little more, just trying to get rid of any of the part where it's smudged a little. And I will cover the whole thing with Mod Podge. And that's it. I really like this one. You'll have to let me know what you think. This is a cutting board from Ikea, and these are rub-on transfers from the Dollar Tree. Now, I cut out a few of the words that said spring and one that said tiptoe through the tulips. I guess I just didn't particularly like that one. And what I did was I left everything else on there that I really liked, and I kind of positioned to see if it would fit on the cutting board. And then I laid it exactly where I wanted it. And then I took my little scraper tool and I had to go over every single part. So this was a little time consuming, but oh my gosh, you guys, this is so worth it. This looks so high end and expensive when it's done, and it's gorgeous. And I took the S from the word spring that I cut off so that I could have it say S for our last name. Took some polyacrylic 1 coat by Minwax, did a couple coats on the top, and that's it. That is all it took, and this looks so gorgeous and so expensive. And that cutting board was less than $10, and the transfer was $1.25. I absolutely love this one. What do you think? Now, because I like two-sided things, I'm going to turn that IKEA cutting board over, and we're going to do something different to the back. And so one you can use, during the nice months of the year, and one will be just for the summertime only. I've got these cute little ice cream cone napkins. There were 16 and they were all 2-ply. And then the best way to get rid of the plies is to somewhere on the back, put a little piece of tape, and then it will just kind of pull apart gently. Actually, much easier than if you don't use a piece of tape. I'm going to lay down some Mod Podge on the surface where I'm going to put that napkin. And then I'm just going to try to center it the best I can. And I'm going to lay that napkin down very gently with my fingers. And once I have it in place, I'm going to get out my brayer. Because it's not wet on the top, I can roll the brayer across. Then I'm going to lay down some Mod Podge on the top, and it's being very careful to mind the ends and make sure that they lay down. I did actually get it a little too wet at the top on the right, and I have to do a little repair, which is kind of cool because I can at least show you how I did it. Just cut off a piece of a napkin, and I'm just going to lay it right over it and put some Mod Podge on it, and it fixes where it kind of smudged up a little bit. I'm going to use some Dollar Tree twine, and I'm just going to line the little diagonal lines on the cone, kind of bring it to 3-dimensional. I love doing that. So just very carefully, I'm going to glue down little pieces of the twine and cut them off when I reach the end. And I'll go back and forth so they almost look like they're interwoven. You'll see here in just a second. There you go. And I love that look. And then I've got this really cute kind of, I don't know, I guess you would call it like an ombre yarn. It's very thin. I believe I got it from Walmart. And I'm just going to line the outside of the ice cream. And that also brings that to life. And I really love it. I think it came out super, super cute. Then I've got some ribbon from the Dollar Tree. There's some rickrack ribbon and then like a plaid. So I'm going to use 2 pieces of the plaid, 2 of each the pink and the blue rickrack. I'm going to make a messy bow where you just crisscross them. And I put a little piece of that very fine pink yarn underneath it. I'm just going to tie off a knot and then wrap it around to give it a little bit of a center. And then I'll knot it again, and I'm going to put a dab of hot glue on it and set it right on the neck of the cutting board. And that's it. What a cute little summer cutting board, and it's 2-sided, which I love. Do you like to do 2-sided things? You'll have to let me know if that's one of your kind of favorite things to do like mine. This red cutting board. It's a plastic one from the Dollar Tree. And then I've got this little piece of wood with chicken wire from Dollar General and this gorgeous napkin I got this year at the Dollar Tree. I really wanted a white one, but they didn't have it, so I'm just going to paint it white with my Rust-Oleum linen white chalk paint. It takes 2 coats. And for some reason I thought the camera was on and it wasn't, but I laid down some Mod Podge, put a piece of the napkin on, and used my brayer, and then I just used my fingers to push down against the seam there. And I'm going to use an X-Acto knife and very gently cut around the edges. It's very hard because, you can't see what you're doing underneath, but if you go nice and slow. So now I'm going to add some Mod Podge around all of those edges and over the entire top. And you'll see that it took off some of the paint, so I'm just going to get an art brush and go around and touch it up. I'm okay with it not looking perfect because we are going to distress this piece. So after the touch-ups are made, I'm going to take that piece with the chicken wire. I'm just going to hot glue it right over the top of the cutting board, kind of like the middle of where the napkin is. It wasn't quite wide enough to go all the way over it, but that's okay. Again, we're gonna do a little bit of distressing here, and I think that's just gonna look fine. I love that look of the chicken wire over the top of the napkin. I'm going to take a burnt umber, which is a apple barrel paint color, and I'm just going to lightly go around, not a perfect covering. I kind of want it to look more like stained wood, but I did it with a brush. Came out pretty cute though. And I'm going to do the sides too, all the way around the edges there. And then I'm going to distress the cutting board. You can just see here, I'm doing like a little heavy dry brush on it, where you get some on your brush, wipe quite a bit of it off, and then just go around the edges and kind of, scruff it up a bit, if you will. And I really love the way that looked. I've got these pieces of rope that were left over from something, so I thought instead of wasting them, I would just glue them on in pieces, and you'll see some of the ends here and there around the neck, but I like that look. It went along with the rustic, like maybe it was a little bit more worn out. And then I'm going to take some of the twine from the Dollar Tree and just go around the natural edge of the inside of that cutting board, just so it kind of defines it a little more and you don't see right where the ends of the napkin were. And then I've got these really beautiful flowers from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to cut off just one little piece with the leaves and I'm going to glue it right in there. And I think this looks beautiful, and I've already got it up in my kitchen, so you have to let me know what you think. I really like this one. Use the 2021 Farmers Market calendar and the month that has the fresh squeezed lemonade. I got this cutting board for $3.99 at the Goodwill. Now I'm going to start sanding it because it's got a couple of spots on it that I don't like. I end up staining it, but I'm going to cut each piece based on those planks. I had a plan when I first started, but I ended up abandoning it, so I start off doing it this way, and then I decided to take my X-Acto knife and fussy cut around everything. You'll see, there it is. It took a while, but I just put a video or two on and that was it. Now I'm going to take my wood finish by Minwax. It's called Weathered Oak. And I'm just going to go ahead and stain the whole thing. This is after I sanded it. This really helps with getting the tone that I wanted on it and making it look more even. I'm going to do that to both sides. Then I'm going to use my Minwax polyurethane, and I'm going to use that for my decoupaging of the stuff I cut out. So I'm going to put a coat underneath, lay down, doing it in sections, lay down the letters and the picture, and then kind of push it down lightly with my finger, and then I will go back over the top with the polyurethane. And I'm going to do the same thing with the rest of it. I'm just kind of lining up the pieces, where they matched up, because originally I was going to do them as planks, and then I realized, nah, but I love how it turned out. What do you think? Well, that's it for today. You'll have to let me know which one was your favorite. Thank you so much for watching. You really are a blessing to me. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, I've got another one on the screen. And if you want to hang out with me some more, then go ahead and click on it. And if you do, I'll see you there. Bye.
Where the lights are red, I've been hiding the world safely in my head.